second live sockets circuit battle at California Speedway here as part of the Redline Time Attack. Pits two Japanese tuner car legends against one another. The Subaru Impreza, prepared by GST Motorsports, driven by Gary Sheehan, and the BC C-West S2000, driven by Tyler McQuarrie.
The battle today with the GST car is going to be very interesting, simply because you have two different types of tracks, and that thing has gobs of horsepower, but the cornering speed isn't going to be as high as this. The Honda it's like a go-kart, you know, so in the infield I'm going to be able to go much quicker, but on the start he's going to blow by me. I already know that's going to happen, so I'm kind of trying to figure out my strategy for the infield where I can pick up some time in there, but it's going to be interesting because they're two totally different types of cars.
This car basically started out as a normally aspirated car, and when we brought it out of retirement this year, we decided to compete against the Subarus and the Evos. We had to go with a Gretty turbo.
The GST Motorsports Impreza L is a 1996 Impreza model, so it's probably one of the oldest cars out here. It's an all-wheel drive car with a pretty big turbo, so it goes pretty quick in a straight line. And we've been focusing all of our efforts so far on making the car handle properly in the corners. Well, I mean, I think everybody knows that the C-West car is pretty damn fast, so I think we've got our work cut out for us. That car is one of the fastest cars I've ever seen in the corners. On the other hand, I think our car has an advantage on the straight. This track is a pretty good mix of both, so I think you're going to see the strengths and weaknesses of each car really show themselves.
All right, as we get to the track, these two cars are coming to the line, neck and neck. They are going to duke it out. They're not going to give each other a lead follow. And there they go, taking off from the start-finish line. And Gary Sheehan pulls into the lead early as they head into turn one on the banking in the GST Impreza. He is looking fast in this straightaway and fast on the oval. Tyler McQuarrie is doing everything he can to try to catch up to him, and he's just not able to get the power down. Gary Sheehan, as he heads through turn two and down into turn three, fast on the brakes and making a smooth turn into the infield section. Tyler McQuarrie catching up a little bit on him. He's right on his butt right now as he heads into the infield section. But again, Gary Sheehan just pulling away. Tyler McQuarrie not able to catch up. And as they make their way onto the third straightaway in the second straightaway into the infield, Gary Sheehan is just too fast. Got about a 3-second lead right now as they go into the end turn complex. And again, watching Tyler, it's amazing how he's able to just close the gap that fast. He can get right up on Gary, and then Gary takes off. Again, on the infield straightaway, heading down into the final turn before coming back on the oval. Gary is pulling away. Gary right now with about a 3.5-second lead. And then Tyler catches up. It's just like that. Tyler's getting down to 2.5 seconds. And now even closer. It looks to be about 1.5 seconds. But both of them are on the power right now, just trying to make their way back onto the straightaway, back onto the banking. Gary's pulling away again. Tyler cannot catch up. It's amazing. Tyler should be so much faster. Gary Sheehan across the line. Beats him by a mile almost. Gary Sheehan with a 143.049 in the GST Impreza. Tyler with a 144.533. So about a 1.5-second gap difference there. Again, they're coming to the line, matched up, side by side, and Gary's out in front early, but Tyler's holding on this time. Tyler going wide, hoping to carry a little more speed, but Gary is eking it out. Gary is unstoppable. Gary cannot slow down for him. As they head through turn two and back onto the back straightaway and down into turn three, Gary's got about a 4.5-second lead on Tyler McQuarrie. And slipping a little bit wide on the turn, lets Tyler catch up to him. But again, Gary Sheehan with the raw power on that Subaru Impreza just able to pull away. Both these guys are running the Hankook C41 tires, so they're fairly evenly matched. It's all about power at this point and all about weight. Obviously, Gary has enough power to get away from him, and Tyler's got the advantage with the braking and the cornering. But power is overcoming all that right now. Gary pulling down the final infield straightaway. Looks to be about a 4-second lead right now. And as they enter the final turn complex, 2 seconds is the gap now. Now down to just 1 second. Tyler doing everything he can to catch up and beat Gary Sheehan in the GST Motorsports Impreza. But it doesn't look like he's going to do it. Gary able to put down the power. Gary Sheehan will be the first across the line and your winner of this lap battle. So in the second lap, the GST Impreza driven by Gary Sheehan with a 143.274. The Seawest S2000 driven by Tyler McQuarrie with a 144.805. Your totals, the GST wins by 3 seconds, a 326.3 to a 329.3. Gary Sheehan, your winner in this second battle.
Starting out, we were side by side with the GST Subaru. Starting off at 65 miles an hour on the start-finish line, we take off, and he is just gone. His car is getting smaller and smaller and smaller, and I'm just sitting there full throttle going, come on. Gained a little bit on the brakes in the first braking zone, and then he started to pull away down the next straightaway, and I slowly pulled him back in to where I was right on his bumper coming in, I don't know what corner is on the backside, and was pretty close, but every straight he would just kind of pull me, and so it was kind of hard starting out at 65 miles an hour like that.
Well, our car's got quite a bit more power, so the hop off the line definitely helps, and at that point he's playing catch-up, so he's got to get around me, and that always makes it a little bit harder to get into the lead, you know. I think where our car was a bit slower in the corners probably hurt his rhythm a little bit, and he wasn't able to keep up the speed as much, so if he was able to get out in front, he may have been able to pull away from us a bit, but you know, the lead car kind of dictates the pace in the slow stuff, so that's kind of what happened, and the GST car came home first.